Been following the Mayweather-Pacquiao stuff?
Yeah, and as much as I can follow it with all the stuff that I'm doing, but at the end of the day, I want to see that fight as bad as anybody else does. It's come on, let's fight. Let's just do this.
You're a promoter. What do you think? I mean, do you think it's all real, or do you think? I mean, you got to kind of sift through it and figure out what you want to believe?
I bumped into. I was at Red Rock Christmas Day, and I bumped into long time famous boxing trainer whom I respect, and his thing was Floyd must be right, about the drug. My thing is, who is Floyd to ask him to take a drug test? This guy's never failed a drug test ever when he's fought. Why would he agree to take the Olympic-style drug test? Why would anybody do that? Just because the other fighter says he should. You know what I mean? It's crazy. You're going to make $50 million on this fight. Fight! I want to see this fight. I'm ready. And so was everybody else. The fight everybody's wanted to see for a long time.
There's not one part of you in the back of your mind that kind of rubs your hands together and says, "Oh, this is great," because now boxing's falling apart.
Nah, I think they always do things to shoot themselves in the foot. I don't think this is one of them. If Floyd did this and this fight didn't happen, then absolutely that would be one. But no, people are used to this kind of stuff in boxing. If anything, it just makes more people aware of the fight.
Does it anger you? Because you used to be, real connected in the boxing sport, and when you keep seeing them do things like shooting themselves in the foot, does it anger you?
Listen, everybody knows my philosophy on boxing, man. They're in big trouble. There's no amateur program anymore. It's become a European sport now. Back in the day, all the people in England and shit are going to blast me with this one, but the European guys couldn't win jack shit. Okay, boxing in the United States is falling apart, and there's just it's over, man. It's over. It's going to take for it to even have a shot. It would take somebody to come in and spend the kind of money that the Fertitas spent to try to save boxing. But nobody in boxing spends money to save boxing. They all take from boxing. They don't give back to it. None of them do.
Imagine yourself allowing a fight as big as Pacquiao-Mayweather to be blown over an issue that looks like.
No, we were just talking about. It's crazy. I don't think it'll happen. Meaning, I don't think the fight will be blown over that. My thing was, Pacquiao's never failed a drug test, ever. Who's Floyd to say you have to take the Olympic-style drug test? I'd do the same thing Pacquiao's doing. Really? Well, I want you to get an enema. I mean, what, fighters decide what other fighters are going to do?
Right.
Yeah.
Because that's part of the negotiation of a contract, right? So
yeah, that's what the commission is there for. The athletic commission is there for the safety of the fighters. They drug test, they blood test, they do all those other things. For another fighter to be calling another fighter out for some type of fucking blood work, it's crazy. Just fucking train for the fight and fight. That's what everybody wants to see. I want to see this fight. I'm dying to see this fight.
In a way, it could, impact you a little bit, because if they don't fight each other, they'll fight on successive weeks on pay-per-view. The talk would be that would mean you'd be the third week.
I don't care about that stuff. I don't care. I could care less. I could care less about that stuff. Wherever the fights fall, they're going to fall, and we're going to keep putting on our shows. Boxing's going to, WWE's out there. I mean, we all live inside this pay-per-view world, and sometimes it's going to happen. And I'm not the guy sitting there going, "Good, I hope they fuck this fight up and it doesn't happen." Fuck that. I'm a fight fan. I want to see Floyd Mayweather versus Pacquiao. I want to see that fight.
Because they're going against, in other words, WWE brought back Bret Hart. They were trying to bring back The Rock to go up against you that night.
In Virginia?
Yeah.
I think that, listen, Vince McMahon is an animal. He's an animal, and he likes to win just like I like to win, and anybody else likes to win. And if we're going up that night against him, I'm sure he wants to pull the highest ratings. And he pulls a few of those guys out of the hat, he'll probably beat us in the ratings. I don't know. But I don't think like that. I'm not thinking, Vince is, let's throw Brock on the card so we can beat Vince. I'm not out to beat Vince McMahon or to. I think that we're two totally different sport. We're a sport. He's entertainment. He's going to do his thing and have his fans, and I have mine. And the same thing with boxing. I think that people that like the UFC can like boxing too. And there's going to be times when more people will want to see their fight than mine, and vice versa.
Do you think there's more crossover between UFC and boxing fans, or UFC and WWE fans?
Boxing. I think there's more of a crossover between UFC and boxing, and I think that when Brock fights, it's bigger. The more WWE people are interested. But a lot of people have told me too that they became big fans since Brock came on from WWE. You know what I mean? Because they learned the sport, started to watch the fights. You know, so Brock has brought a lot of crossover.